On November 4th, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky toured the Pokrovsk-Dobropilya axis, visiting the Azov, Rubizh, and Syczeslaw brigades of the National Guard in airborne forces. The entire sequence was filmed. His meetings with commanders, presentations of medals and on-camera briefings, as Kyiv faced reports that Pokrovsk was collapsing. Zelensky's messaging was clear. Russia is failing. Ukraine is holding.
The Russian army has once again been forced to push back the deadlines it had drawn up for itself for capturing our Pokrovsk and our Dobropilya. Every Russian loss in these areas of the Donetsk region, on the border with our Dnipro region, and also in Kupiansk, every Russian loss contributes to our ability to defend our state, to protect our people, our independence. It is symbolic that today we have received the most positive European Commission report in 3 years. This gives every Ukrainian more motivation as Europe recognizes our joint efforts. Even in wartime, even amid the toughest battles, our state keeps moving forward, and only forward in the EU membership talks.
But those claims began to crumble within hours. 2 days later, Russian forces posted footage from the same Pokrovsk axis showing 2 captured Ukrainian soldiers from the 68th Jaeger Brigade. Their testimonies painted a scene of abandonment and collapse, a frontline far removed from Zelensky's staged assurances. One of them, Yuri Dovanyuk, spoke first. The other, Hennadiy Chernadchuk, followed, both describing starvation and hopelessness inside the encirclement. The man, identified as Hennadiy Chernadchuk, said he and his unit were trapped in Krasnoarmysk, cut off from supplies and communications. He described days of bombardment and starvation as their positions collapsed.
I didn't leave my combat, brother. They left us. We were surrounded. Around us were 300s and 200s. Nowhere to go. 7 days without food. No water, no ammo, no basements, no dugouts. Wherever we could, we hid. Furniture flying, drones above, legs hurting, nowhere to walk. They kept telling us, "Stay on, everything's fine, we'll get you out." Nobody came. We heard over the radio, no deliveries. The FPVs shot down every drone that tried to bring us food. Maybe 2 or 3 made it through. But how many positions were there?
Chernadchuk says his comrades resorted to scavenging food from nearby bunkers and cellars. With no water and no medical help, they waited for orders that never came.
We found whatever there was, some food from neighboring dugouts, bits in the tree lines. We hadn't eaten or drunk for days. No medicine, no food, nothing. Either surrender or die from hunger or a mine. That was it. Lie down in the ground. We heard others tried to break out. They never made it. Whoever tried, gone. Either FPV, mortar, or bullet. We just hid in basements waiting.
He insisted the command had abandoned them and that resistance was no longer possible. His account describes not a fighting army, but a starving unit, left to its fate.
We realized they'd dropped us. Resistance was pointless. Just lie down in the wet ground. That's the perspective. At home, my brother's wife is 73. The apartment's in my name. If I die, they'll take it. She'll be on the street. So I surrendered. To go to my own, they wouldn't believe me. The only chance was surrender.
After surrendering, Chernadchuk says Russian troops fed and treated him correctly. He ends his testimony with a direct appeal to fellow soldiers still at the front.
They gave us food, water, cigarettes. No one mocked us, no one beat us. Everything normal. I advise others, surrender. Nobody here kills you. I hope for me the war is completely over.
Zelensky's frontline footage of medals and morale is now colliding with a very different truth from his own soldiers. While Kyiv projects unity and European integration, its troops at Pokrovsk describe abandonment, starvation, and loss. 2 videos, 2 messages, 1 front line. Zelensky says Russia has pushed back its deadlines for capturing Pokrovsk and Dobropilya. But on the ground, Russian formations now control most of Pokrovsk's perimeter. For the soldiers who fought there, the truth is no longer about deadlines or EU membership reports. It's about survival in a war where politics and reality no longer match.